starting an intentional community. I just thought it would be good to share where I was coming from to give clarity about what I have to invest and what trajectory I seem to be on. And so the first is an understanding from the bigger perspective, which is what I call Paradigm B, or this new world, and seeing a world of unconditional love, of unity, of collaboration. And what does this look like in practice when we see it happening? Now, we've seen it in micro communities, but this, I feel, is expanding very quickly. And it has the potential to expand super quickly. And what that looks like is community. And I've been connecting with nomads and people of like mind, and understanding that a lot of the nomadic community is very helpful and have lots of these elements that are already in place, which is, if somebody reaches out and needs something, there's usually somebody there to fill that, to help out. And it's a collaboration, and it's a beautiful expression within the nomadic community. And so I see this in an intentional community, intending that this new world is being birthed, and this is going to be the basis of creating this type of community where it's about collaboration. There is no fighting over status and worthiness within the group. And how you put that together, I'm not I know within myself what that looks like, but communicating it with others, I'm not sure it's come out in perfect words, but I know that I've met people whom I feel that, especially in the nomadic community, this wanting this sense of community. And so what is my calling? What am I bringing? Well, my calling is, and I understood it in 2020, my awakening to this understanding. But kind of when I woke up from that, I didn't know what I was doing. I was just enjoying the bennies of living in joy and exploring non-duality and unconditional love, and distilling and finding even more ways to separate myself from the old world. And I'm at a point where I'm committed completely. I see it as a rocket. There's people that are just, they understand this world. They see it. There's still parts of us that are still clinging on to or tethered to Paradigm A, but we're comets now. We're at a point where it's like, wherever we're going, we know we're going to Paradigm B, and we're going to figure stuff out on the way. And I've recently been called to become more bold in my, I imagine it's my aesthetic, and it's my journey, and connecting with others and collaborating and showing, and these kind of things are already showing up, these opportunities, and we'll see what's going to be happening in my world. So what's my intention? What do I bring to the table? And the idea of an intentional community has definitely been a part of it. Chelsea and I have lived on a startup intentional community for 6 months, got a real taste of the connective nature of that, meaning that basically for the 6 months we were there, we had no written agreements between us and the owner of the property. We got along really great, and we offered a lot to the property. I myself cleared out this was on a very large apple orchard, and I myself, it was very, very neglected. And so there was a lot of chopping wood. I cleared off a big, huge area of the orchard, which took me probably about a month. Just one tree was enough, carrying firewood and cutting firewood and battling mosquitoes and heat the whole time. But also did real stucco mudding, helped with a ceiling, completely gutted an old bathroom with having to dig out into the sewer, into the, and then there was gardening and other duties around it. We lived using a composting toilet. No, we had to use our shower in our rig because there was a solar shower, so it had like just enough hot water for one person at the end of a sunny day. And so Chelsea and I as a team bring manual labor, also ideas. We took a lot of pictures and would have made a lot of videos, but the owner wasn't really into expanding it. I think he was still working on managing people and figuring out how that was going to work. And so, but that would be something that I would be interested. I have a lot of photography and videography experience and social media presence. I've also dealt in real estate. I was a real estate investor for about a decade. And Chelsea created this just incredible mural, all just from her mind and connecting with the owner and with the property. And then with her just incredible skill in painting, built this beautiful thing. She's got a beautiful eye for aesthetics, and she has a lot of experience in building and the term I'm forgetting right now. It's basically project management and figuring out where things go. So for building, she has permaculture accreditations. Did a lot of the gardening. A cook. She's an incredible cook as well. And our intention is we have some capital to start off with, and if we had the right people on board, we would spend that capital on a piece of property with somebody that was of like-minded. We've also been given the idea of smaller investments, but places where nomads can camp together, and that's a possibility as well. We are not. We've never really saw ourselves as nomads. We both my daughter went off to college, and I was like, what am I going to do next? And I knew I wanted to move out of the city I was living in. And so the idea of van life or living on the road became part of that. And it wasn't until probably a year and a half later that we started to connect with the nomad community and realized that we were nomads. We never really thought of ourselves as nomads, but we were nomads. So, but we don't have a huge thirst to continue moving. If we found the right kind of property and the right kind of situation, we could make it a permanent home. We've also thought about having 2 different climate properties to where we move from one to the other seasonally and work whatever happens there. I just know my calling is to be a way shower into this new world and living within community and showing this new world and being part of this new world of collaboration rather than competition is where I know, or it seems this avatar is going. So that this was good for me as a practice, and it would probably be good for people to have an understanding where I'm coming from and what I would bring to the team, or with Chelsea and I decided to make this myself, so maybe Chelsea will make one as well. But yeah, new world, and creating and living in this dream of this beautiful new world. Hope you're having a wonderful day.